Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. How are you all doing? This is Sal Stretford Post. Welcome to the live watch along, the rival watch between Manchester City and Arsenal in the Charity Shield, guys. You know what? I'm being honest. I really wish we were in the Charity Shield. I miss the days when we were in the Charity Shield. I miss those days. I really do like the Charity Shield. I like the Community Shield. I mean, it used to be the curtain opener for us, isn't it? The guaranteed curtain opener for Manchester United, isn't it? It used to be the game that set us up for the first game of the season, you know, and we would win it. We are the record holders of the Charity Shield, of course. Behind is Arsenal. Yeah, and I do miss those days because it does represent success, doesn't it? Because you either win the FA Cup or you come first in the league. Unless you win the double, then the second place gets the Charity Shield competitive game, don't they? At the end of the day, guys, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash a like on the video. Put your notifications on, all that jazz. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I really appreciate it. Anything that's on your mind, let me know. How you feeling? Everything okay? Well, yesterday was a bit of a nightmare. It's just about moving on now and just seeing if we can get these transfers over the line and get these deals done. That's the most important thing for me. Hull City, 3 points. Would have swapped that for everything. I would have lost every single game in the preseason for 3 points against Hull City. Exactly that at the end of the day. Right, guys, the lineups have been announced. 2 debuts for Arsenal and Manchester City. There is Anderson, he plays, and so does Bruno Guimaraes. He also plays today, guys, in this game. So it should be a good one. Should be a cracker in regards to this. Let me just bring up the lineups for you guys. These are the 2 lineups, guys. We got Raya in goal, White, Mosquera, Gabriel and Calafiori, Cauliflower. On the left back, we got Odegaard, Guimaraes, and Lewis Skelly as the 3 in midfield. Guimaraes making his debut today. I do believe this does count as a debut. It counts as a competitive game, this one, doesn't it? Even if you score a goal, it counts on the tally. We got Madueke, Havertz, and of course, Zolis, who is the Greek international, of course, making his debut too. For the 24-year-old. In regards to Man City, we got Donnarumma in goal, O'Reilly as the left back, Vardial, Diaz, Kusanov as the defenders, Anderson and Kovacic as the midfield. We got Doku on the left, Foden is back, Semenyo on the right, and Haaland, of course, up front. Fresh from the World Cup, guys. And look, guys, you know what I would say? It is Enzo Maresca's chance of a first trophy already, isn't it? But don't count your chickens, guys, because at the end of the day, didn't David Moyes win the Charity Shield? He did, didn't he? When David Moyes walked in, he won the Charity Shield. That's about all we won, isn't it? At the end of the day, so I won't read too much into that. Anyway, the substitutions for Arsenal, Man City. We got Kappa, Piera Hincapié, Declan Rice, Eze, Subamendi, Marino, Saka, Dalman, Gyökeres. And in regards to Man City, you got Rulli in goal as a substitute goalkeeper. Mark Gay, Nunes, Aït-Nouri, Lewis, Gonzalez, Cherki, Grealish, Marmoush, and Savinho. Apparently he's ill, but I think Savinho will be leaving, guys. And, of course, Rodri injured as well. I honestly think one of these teams, those 2 players are leaving Manchester City. When we look at the recent results, of course, Arsenal's last competitive game was a 1-1. Guys, against PSG. They drew 1-1 with Como. They haven't had a good pre-season, to be honest with you. They lost to Dortmund. They lost to Betis. Well, Man City haven't had amazing. They did beat Atletico Madrid by 3-1, but we beat Atletico Madrid too. They beat K-League All-Stars. They drew Inter Milan and they lost to Aston Villa in the competitive game, of course, guys. But yes, guys, we're up and running, guys. The season is about to start. And you know, when the Charity Shield comes around, we do know that, you know what, it's starting to get close, isn't it? You know, absolutely. And, yeah, you know, just bring on the league, man. I really do hope so. I really do hope we get the signings in. Of course, this summer has been an absolute farce. It's been an absolute nightmare, if we're being honest with ourselves. But obviously, it means nothing. All we need is that 3 points against Hull City, guys. I really do think so. Hull, Ipswich, and Everton are the 3 games that we have to win. We have to negotiate. We have to win. Draw won't even do in those games. We have to go out there and win those games. Absolutely. And let me just say hello to the community. Hope everyone is doing well, guys. Hope everyone is blessed in the community, guys. I hope you're all good. Big up All Bars One, as usual, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Big up Ephraim. Good to see you. Bobby the legend, what's going on? Big up Rob. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Stephen, hope you're doing well. Does anyone care who wins today? No, Bobby, I don't. What we can do is think, you know what, if only we were in the Charity Shield, isn't it? I do. Can I be honest with you, Bobby? And I'm going to be very secret. You know what? It's a bit like choosing between your hand or your leg, isn't it? At the end of the day, which one do you want to win? Do you want to keep your thumb or your index finger? You know, it's a bit like that, isn't it? You know, I would say if push comes to shove, I hope it goes all the way to the end to a penalty shootout and loads of red cards, you know, and stuff like that, and probably something like that. So they're all suspended for the opening game of the season, maybe something along those lines. I hope they make a very bad account of themselves. I hope for an entertaining game. Of course I do. I hope for an entertaining game. I hope the game is good. I hope, you know, and I just hope that Man United are in this Charity Shield next season. Absolutely. Because I do like the Charity Shield. Like I said, I like the Charity Shield. I've been to a few myself, you know, and I really do like the Charity Shield. It is United's trophy, so to speak, isn't it? You know what I mean? I would say that. I think it is United's trophy. It is United. We have won it the most out of everyone, haven't we, guys? You know, so yeah, definitely. Good. It should be a good game anyway. I'm going with a Man City win today. I think Man City will win today. I don't think Arsenal have been particularly good this season, this summer so far in regards to the preseason games. I think they've been pretty sketchy, if at best. And I feel that, you know, I think Man City will catch them today. I do. I do think it'll be tight though. I do think it'll be tight. I don't think it's going to be a goal fest. But yeah, I see Man City win today. One of the teams will win the title again. I mean, at this rate, Stephen, at this rate, the way we're going, I wouldn't be surprised, my friend, the way we're going. But I'm not going to give up. Of course, I'll never give up on the title. I'll never give up until the league starts. One thing is for certain that we have a favourable fixture list. We have 5 games to 10 games, which are very winnable. Of course, a couple of difficult games in between, but we got some games, especially the opening 3 games, that I would say that are quite winnable. And I would say that there's an opportunity there, definitely, to get some momentum going. Do you know what I mean? And football's all about momentum. Ask Leicester City, you know, but football is all about momentum. You know, and I don't necessarily think these two teams are excellent. I don't. I mean, I don't think they're amazing teams that are unbeatable on my goodness me. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. Big up, John. What's going on? Season knocking on the door. And soon we are doing away with the boring transfer rumors for Man United. Big up, Sal. Big up, John. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Well, transfer rumors. We need transfers. That's for certain. This is why the transfer talk is very important for Man United's season coming up. If Man United don't sign any players in this next 2 weeks, it's actually sabotage. It's actually criminal that the board would not sign any players in this next 2 weeks. Man United's season depends on signings. This is the thing. We could start the game with against Hull City, which we are going to do anyway with the team that we have right now. But the start of the season, in 2 weeks' time, with the start of the second game of the season, we haven't got any more players in there. Then you know what? It's gonna be horrible, guys, and we're nowhere near good enough. And if anything proved yesterday was how far away we are at the moment in regards to preparation. You know, Man United, like I said this morning, we're a team, and we always have been over the years, that can beat anyone on our day. But the biggest problem with Man United is consistency. That consistency isn't good because we don't have enough players. We don't have a good squad. We can't rotate. We can't punish players for having bad performances and down tooling and all that. We have to give them chance after chance after chance. For example, Luke Shaw and players of that ilk. You know, we need a squad. We need players, absolutely. Bobby, yeah, I'm hoping for a sloppy game. I just hope one doesn't dominate the other. Pens is a great shout. Yeah, I'm going for Pens, but as long as it's like a 3-3 draw, Bobby, I don't want him to waste my time. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, as long as it's like a 3-3 draw, a 2-2 draw, or something like that, I wouldn't mind too much, if I'm being honest with you. But knowing our luck, it'd probably be 0-0, Bobby. It'd probably be 0-0, and then then go to penalties. You know, or it might be 0-0 all the way to the end, and they get a last-minute deflected strike, which just goes over the line, and then we're going, oh my goodness me, we're not even going to see penalties here and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. But yeah, look, you know, I hope for a good game. And yeah, one thing I would say is that, yeah, I hope that Man United are in this competition next year. I hope Man United are back here next year. I mean, obviously, it is unlikely the way things are looking. It feels unlikely the way things are looking, but I'm never going to give up hope. I'm never going to give up hope. Of course, regardless of the situation, adversity to the stars, hopefully we get there. And hopefully we have a good season next season, despite what the board are doing, despite Ineos, what they're doing, despite what the Glazers haven't been doing, should I say. You know what I mean? And I really do hope that we do get some momentum going. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. But welcome to the stream, guys. You absolute legends, by the way, guys. I hope you're all doing good. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have got a long one today. I've got 2 Super Cups today, guys. I've got tonight, obviously, with Arsenal and Chelsea. And I've also got PSG against RC Lens in France. So that is happening as well, guys. So, yeah, that should be interesting. That should also be interesting. So I will be doing a watch along after this, guys. So quite a busy night today. Football's getting into the nitty gritty, start handing over trophies and stuff. I mean, proper traditional trophies, not the Snapdragon on the Boyle Cup and things like that. But yeah, no, it should be a good night. I hope you all can join me here all night for it, and hopefully it's a good evening, guys. Absolutely. Game is almost ready, guys, to kick off. We've got a few minutes to go. I hope everyone is doing blessed. Guys, may I ask, please don't forget to smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. On Stretford Post, guys, absolutely, guys, as we grow towards 20,000 subscribers, that'd be absolutely fantastic. If we can get to that 20,000 by the end of the season, guys, wouldn't that be amazing? If we can get there by the end of the season, it'd be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it, guys? But yeah, just waiting along for the game to kick off, for the game for the inevitables to happen, of course, guys. Absolutely. And yeah, hope for a good game. Hope for a good game. Win. In fairness, is it the battle of the cheats? Is it unofficially the battle of the cheats? Who knows, guys? It could be the battle of the cheats, to be honest with you. Absolutely. But thank you so much, guys. Let me just remove the graphics from this screen, guys. Let me just do this. Yeah, thank you, everyone who's here today. Appreciate the legends in the house, guys. Absolutely, really do, of course. And yeah, big up the legends in the house, guys. Absolutely. Yes. And guys, I hope you've had a great Sunday. I hope everyone has had a blessed one. I hope everyone's had a good time. And welcome to the stream. We've got now just the inevitables or the shaking hand business. I don't know. We still do this shaking hand business. You know, I don't know why we still do that. Do they really care? Does anyone really care? You know when they go around shaking the hand and you get royalty and all that, or you get bloody Jerry Spice or some stupidness like that coming along and shaking hands with the players and stuff like that. You know, look, you know, why does Arteta dress? Is Arteta like, you know, is Arteta got a cupboard with the same clothes in it? Like, you know, brown trousers, black polo neck. That's what it is. Brown trousers, black polo neck. That's what Arteta is, man. Every single time he wears the same thing, doesn't he? He does, doesn't he, guys? Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, what's going to be interesting about this season, if we're looking at these two sides, is Man City have not got Pep Guardiola. And it's been 10 years since they didn't have Pep Guardiola. So this is what's going to be very, very interesting about Manchester City in particular. Arteta is the only manager in the league who's won the league as a manager, which is interesting there. So you would argue that technically, I would say that Michael Carrick is the most successful manager in the league, apart from Arteta, maybe. But as a player, was it Michael Carrick is the most successful, isn't he? When you think about it, guys, isn't it? You know, but obviously as a manager, Arteta's the only one to have won the league. Of course, Maresca's won a couple of things. He won the World Cup Championship, but didn't win the league, did he? Didn't win the league. Of course not. Absolutely not. But yeah, just get on with it, guys, and let's get this game underway. Of course, it's late again, no doubt about it. It's always going to be late, isn't it? These finals, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up everyone in the stream. Hopefully, we don't get no bloody hydration breaks and things like that, guys. Hopefully, there's no hydration break and nonsense like that. Nonsense like that. No hydration break and no nonsense. Absolutely, no nonsense. Let me just see if I can get this up. Gun to head. Yeah, well, hopefully, look, you know, one thing I would say is just hopefully it's a good game, and that's what I would say about it. Absolutely. Bobby, gun to head, I'll choose after City for this match. You know, I'm conflicted. I'm really conflicted. So this isn't at Wembley today. It is at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. We had a kind of mixed record at the Millennium Stadium, of course. It's good to see teams back in Wales, guys. It is good to see the Millennium Stadium again. Do you remember the games we played at the Millennium Stadium? Do you remember those times we won a Charity Shield at Millennium Stadium, beating Arsenal on penalties, if you remember? those were good times, wasn't it? We beat Millwall in the final of the FA Cup, didn't we, guys, in the Millennium Stadium? But we also lost the Charity Shield, the League Cup to Liverpool, I believe, if I can remember, guys, rightly. But yeah, at the Millennium Stadium today, not Wembley Stadium, not Wembley. It is at Millennium Stadium. Big up everyone in the stream. Nothing calls out Wales than an opera singer, of course. We got an opera singer here, so nothing screams Wales than an opera singer. Of course, guys. So we got the opera singer, the Inevitables, like I said before, and we're just ready to get this game underway, guys. Absolutely. All this shenanigans, we just need to move on with that. Absolutely. Is it just me? Does Arteta just looks so out of place, doesn't he? He's such an out of place character, isn't he? He just looks so out of place, guys, doesn't he? Mr. Arteta. I don't know, all fair play to him, but he does. So Arsenal playing the 4-3-3 formation. They haven't got really a recognised number 9 in there. They are linked to Victor Osimhen. If they do get Victor Osimhen, then I would suggest that, it's going to be very difficult for the rest of the league. That is probably the missing piece of the puzzle that they are missing, which is probably a number 9, in my opinion. I think if they get that number 9 in there, then I think we're in problems, guys. But on the flip side, if he came to Man United, if a coincidence or an amazing thing did happen and he did come to Man United, then that'd be absolutely fantastic. But I doubt that's going to happen, in my opinion. Guys, absolutely not. You're looking at both benches. You look at Gay, Mamouche, Cherki, Gonzalez, Grealish, Nori, Rico Lewis for Man City. Just look at that bench, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Look at Arsenal and look at Man City's bench. This is exactly what we've been talking about. Do you know what I mean? Bobby, it's good that both sets of fans have to travel down to Cardiff. I agree, because obviously the Charity Shield has been favourable to London teams, hasn't it, Bobby? No one has to go anywhere. When you're in London, you don't have to go anywhere, do you? So absolutely, I think it should always be at a neutral venue. I don't understand why it's always played at Wembley, the final, but it's just tradition, isn't it, at the end of the day? But yeah, good to be back at the Millennium Stadium, of course. Holds a few good memories, some bad memories, guys. I remember Arsenal losing here to Liverpool in the FA Cup by 2-1, if we remember, Michael Owen, many years ago now. God, it just seems like ages. I remember the 3-3 draw between West Ham and Liverpool. Yeah, I remember that game because I was in Spain, and I felt that West Ham were hard done by. West Ham let that game slip, really let that game slip. Way back when, in 2005, of course, guys. So, yeah, big up everyone in the stream, though, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I really appreciate it. And big up everyone who joined me yesterday for the AC Milan game. Absolutely brilliant, of course. It was in a bad way. All right, sarcasm wins, right? So it was absolutely incredible. Of course, the fallout is today. I find it hilarious about some of the fan base. The flipping of the coin when it suits a narrative in regards to Ruben Amorim. I hate to say it, but I don't call out things for the reason for not calling out things. I would tell you that David Moyes was a poor manager, was never a Man United manager. I would say that, but I felt that certain managers that come to this football club haven't been a fair crack of the whip and have been hampered by the board. Definitely. Big up Ephraim. What's your prediction, Sal? I'm going with a 2-1 win to Man City. 2-1 win to Man City. I'm going for this game. Guys, what's your scorelines? Get your scorelines below. Let me know, guys. See who gets it right. Garrett, big up Sal. Good afternoon, brother. Good afternoon to you, you good person. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're blessed. Of course, guys, and welcome to Wales. Not me individually, but welcome to Wales, the Millennium Stadium, of course, guys. One thing about the Millennium Stadium, they haven't regenerated it. They haven't refurbished it since I've known. Do you know what I mean? It just kept it the same. And they built it, right, when it was, I've forgotten, was it Cardiff? I've forgotten where they used to play, what it used to be called. But they rebuilt it, but then they left it. You know what I mean? It's mainly rugby, isn't it? That gets played there, isn't it, guys? Absolutely. Game is underway, guys. We are underway in this Community Sheild, is it called these days? Final, absolutely. Here come Arsenal on the left-hand side. Zolis. And cross comes in. Long cross. Arsenal looking to start brightly here, guys. Arsenal looking to start Guimaraes. Bobby, I've already forgotten about the AC Milan game. Just looking forward to the next season and hopefully get some signings through the door. There's a goal already, guys. It's a goal for Arsenal. Can you believe it? Calafiori has scored for Arsenal already. After how long? Is that the quickest goal of all time in the Charity Shield. My goodness me, what a start for Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal there. Poor for Man City. I did say that Arsenal be looking to start the game quickly. They have scored already, guys. Unbelievable start there for Arsenal. 1-0 in the Community Shield, guys, to Arsenal. That was poor for Man City, to be fair. But Calafiori, guys, has scored for Arsenal there, guys. Am I slightly behind? I must be slightly behind. But Calafiori has scored for Arsenal there, guys. Absolutely. Goal to Arsenal. Great goal there. And Calafiori with the goal, guys. Absolutely brilliant start this game. Already exactly what we needed in this game, guys. An early goal. Arsenal have scored it. Calafiori, nice little touch. Nice play from Lewis Skelly. Lovely little pass. And a great little slide into the back of the net from Calafiori. 1-0 to Arsenal. And the season starts now, guys. Absolutely, guys. Is it 1-1? I don't know. It doesn't say 1-1. Guys, I think that was about, it must have been about 40 seconds. It must have been, guys. It must have been about, that must have been the earliest goal ever, guys. There was a VAR check, but there was nothing to really leg to stand on. I think it was about 40 seconds, isn't it? Let me have a look. Arsenal goal early on. I think it was about 49 seconds, something like that. That's got to be the fastest goal in history of the Charity Shield, isn't it? You know, we had the goal in the FA Cup. I remember the FA Cup. We had that goal early on from Roberto Di Matteo, if you remember, those of a certain age. But that was an excellent start for Arsenal. That's my prediction, Sal. 1-1. I thought it hit 1-1, Bobby. I thought I was way behind or something like that. 1-1 probably, and it'll go down to penalties and all that, hopefully. I mean, that's what I want. I don't think it goes to extra time. I believe it goes straight to penalties, as far as I'm aware. I don't think it goes for extra time, guys. Absolutely. So 1-0 to the Arsenal. As we know, early goal doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win. A lot of the time you don't. Obviously, it does wake the opposition team up. But you know what? I did say, guys, this is what I'm talking about. You know, Man City, they got a new manager, guys. You know, we know how we struggled when Sir Alex left. I know that Sir Alex leaving was far more bigger than Pep Guardiola leaving. But when Sir Alex Ferguson left, you know, it was very hard to fill in the void. And I don't think Enzo Maresca is the right guy. I'll be honest, guys. I don't think Enzo Maresca is the right manager for Man City. I don't. I think they're gonna have the same problems as United. I think they're gonna spend the time trying to find another player. But the good thing about Man City, in their perspective, is the fact that they got good ownership, isn't it? Big up, Marcus. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, my bro. Hope everything is blessed with you. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining this watch along, of course, which is the start of the season in my eyes, isn't it? It's starting to get into that feeling of the start of the season. But obviously, the most important thing next week is obviously Hull City. Arsenal play Coventry City on Friday, guys. I will be covering that game. That should be interesting. Good to see Coventry City back in the league. I actually had no grey hairs the last time Coventry City played in the Premier League. Yeah, I think it was Gordon Strachan, wasn't it? You know, if I'm wrong or not, but yeah, it was a long, long time ago. Ephraim sticking to his guns. Ephraim is saying 2-1 to Man City. I'm still going for 2-1 to Man City. I'm not going to flip-flop for my score. I still believe it will be about 2-1 to Man City. I think it will be. But if Arsenal score again, that puts pay to that, doesn't it? I think City's manager is to stop the flack going to Pep when they are charged with 115. Could be, mate. Could be. I'm not necessarily a big fan of Enzo Maresca. I don't think he's a bad manager. I don't think he's anywhere near in the level of Pep Guardiola, and I think that they're going to spend a few times in the doldrums, guys. And yeah, they might be hit with that 115. That would be nice. Maybe we can have our trophies back. You know. If you know, we can have our trophies back. How many titles would Man United have? Well, we would have had one under Jose Mourinho and one under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. How far back does it go? Does it go back to 2011? Because we have one under there as well. Do you know what I mean? Here come Arsenal again. Arsenal a chance to make it 2-0. And it's held by Donnarumma. Guys, it deflected off Kusanov there. But yeah, it was held by Donnarumma in the end, guys. Yeah, speaking of Donnarumma, lots of rumours surrounding Manchester United, of course, guys. And yeah, we need to get these transfers in. Yeah, there is definitely Donnarumma's all round the bloody shot this week. There's going to be definitely in regards to Man United. We just need to get those deals done, of course, guys, and we need to do proper deals, man. We really do. I want deals done by Friday, because if we get deals done, I know they're going to miss the whole City game, no doubt about it. Do you know what I mean? Unless we sign someone a miracle tomorrow. But I want them to be ready for the next game against Ipswich Town at Old Trafford. That would be lovely, isn't it? Because then they'll have a week to prepare and things like that, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And I would like that. I dearly like that, my good people. Absolutely. And we could just concentrate on the league. And guys, it's going to be emotional. I tell you that right now. It's going to be emotional. Big up, Thomas. It's only the rumors around our club, not actions. Rumors FC. Yeah, that's all we have. Yeah, we got of clowns and men. Basically, we got lots of clowns in our fan base. Arsenal attacking again. Arsenal looking very dangerous here. On the right hand side, Madueke loses the ball. It's one back here in the middle for Manchester City. Manchester City bringing the ball forward here. Out here on the left to Doku. Doku has got the ball. Doku definitely going to cut in. That's what he does. He does, and he loses it and runs into play. Bloody get the cross in. You absolute wally. Loses the ball. Morning, Marky, absolute legend. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, man. Have you heard anything yet on Signers United? I won't hear anything today, Sunday, Marky Mark. It'd be very rare for Man United to do any business or any rumours that circulate in Sunday. Nothing will be done on Sunday. I will find out tomorrow, though, 100%. As we get closer to the end of the window, we got under 2 weeks to go, guys. You know, the 1st of September, it's all pedals to the metal, isn't it? Or pedals to the metal, isn't it? You know, so yeah, it's going to be a hell of an emotional ride in this next couple of weeks. Big up, Marky Mark. Big up, man. Then what's going on? Big up, Sal in the chat. That pass for Skelly was quality. Great pass from Lewis Skelly. This is why I said it. He will sign a new contract at Arsenal. I said it when we were linked to him. I said he was going to sign a new contract at Arsenal, and he will sign a new contract at Arsenal 100%. All these links to Man United, they had no basis. I did say at the time, I debunk a lot of things on this channel. You know, I'll say what's realistic and what's not realistic 100%. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, a lot of the transfer rumors has been crazy at the end of the day. But big up the best community in the land, guys. I hope everyone's doing blessed. Arsenal are leading by a goal to nil with Calafiori with the only goal of the game so far, guys, after good work from Lewis Skelly, of course. Absolutely. But that's what you get, though. One thing you get when you play youngsters, you find emerging talent, don't you? Lewis Skelly, Dowman, all these players there, you find emerging talent, but you have to give youngsters a chance, and not give youngsters a chance just because daddy used to play for the club. No nepotism, it should exist in football. What you need is to play the best players, right? Everyone said it. Everyone I've spoken to over the last year or so in regards to Man United has said, "Oh, you see, Jim Thwaites is the next one through in regards to Man United midfield." Not even given an opportunity, and we didn't see JJ Gabriel again yesterday, did we? Do you know what I mean? And even AC Milan played a few young players. Do you know what I mean? Disgraceful. You know, it's pretty evident that Man United are not going to go anywhere if we have this level of nepotism and we have this level of favoritism going on at the football club. It's not good. It's not good, bruv. Here come Man City. Man City on the cross. Cross comes in. Cleared away. Man City looking to get back into the game quickly. Of course, the longer it stays at 1-0. Big up Thomas. Thomas, the whole Stretford Post community, the truth tellers, Red Pill Mafia. Absolutely. The thing we've taken, mate. The only thing these other content creators have taken is McDonald's. That's the only thing they're sucking on the McDonald's, mate. That's what they're doing, mate. And they got all those chemicals in their brain. It's like the Glazers and Ineos have manipulated and brainwashed them, and there's only a chosen few that have been void of it, have been immune. Do you know what I mean, to this awful pandemic called gliniositis, and that's what it is, guys. Absolutely. One thing I don't like about the Millennium Stadium is that big, huge, bloody sunlight across the pitch. Do you know what I mean? It's so bloody irritating. You know what I mean? That's one thing I don't like about the Millennium Stadium. I don't know if it's called the Millennium Stadium anymore. I'll probably call Monster Munch Stadium or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called these days. But yeah, I don't like that big light on it. It's always the same with the Millennium Stadium. One thing about it, absolutely. Should have played it somewhere else. But anyway, it is what it is. It isn't. It's never full as well, by the way. It's never full. Here come Man City. Man City on the charge now since the goal. They've started to settle into the game a little bit more. They haven't had the perfect preseason either. Their preseason has been a little bit sketchy as well, along with Arsenal's. Arsenal didn't beat Como. Como drew with Liverpool today, isn't it? Is it Como? Liverpool are trying to play Como twice or something today. It's some nonsense like that. I think. Let me have a look. Let me have a look what the score is. I know that Liverpool drew 0-0 with Como. They're playing Como twice in one day. Seems a bit strange, but they drew 0-0 in the first game. They'll probably lose their next one. Here come Arsenal on the left-hand side here. Arsenal looking to dominate this game, of course. I think that Man City. I'll be honest with you. I think that Man City are starting to the beginning of their decline. I think that it's going to take a while for them now. I think they're on the beginning of a decline. I do, you know that. Here come Arsenal again. Corner to Arsenal. Conceded by Guardiola. Corner to Arsenal. Madueke will be taking the corner for Arsenal here, guys. Here in the Millennium Stadium. Gabriel is up. Calafiori is up. Man, then when the window shuts and we have games like the one yesterday, people will be calling for Carrick to be sacked. Glinius will get away with murder. Yeah, because you know what's going to happen, Mandem, is that people are going to forget about them. That's what they do, innit? They did it with Amarim. They did it with Eric Ten Hag. They're going to forget about the board because you know what? They're going to hide. The board are going to hide. They're just going to disappear into the abyss for a few months. You know what I mean? That's what they're going to do. That's what they always do. Cross comes in. Header away. Good header away by Man City there. It's back out here to Madueke. Madueke in infield here to Guimaraes. There you go. It's going to be a throw-in to Arsenal. Ben White concedes the throw-in. Well, it's a throw-in. Ben White wins the throw-in, should I say. Here, guys. Arsenal. Corner. It's a corner, actually, to Arsenal here. Corner for Arsenal, guys. With 12 minutes on the clock, 13 minutes on the clock, it's still 1-0 to Arsenal. Good start. Let's hope it carries on that way and we get loads of goals in this game. We have a good, entertaining afternoon, guys. That'd be lovely. Cross comes in. That's going to be is it a foul? No. Claims all over the place. Claims everywhere. Arsenal claiming. City are claiming. Yeah, Arsenal will claim penalties. That's what Arsenal do. Set piece FC, isn't it? And they're always claiming something. Look at Gabriel. He grabbed the player's Diaz's neck. He grabbed the player's neck. What a clown, Arteta. Look at him, mate. He grabbed his neck, man. And then Arteta's actually claiming that. He got the audacity to claim that. Are you crazy? He had the audacity to claim. Gabriel knows what he did there. Come on, man. And they're actually claiming that. What nonsense. What a nonsense football team. My goodness me. Madness, man. City are flops, man. Man United would have never let this Arsenal team win the league. City made it happen, unfortunately. But there you are. It's about Man United challenging now. I'm tired of, if, buts, and maybes. It's about us challenging now. I'm tired of, waiting in the wings, in the shadows and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I want us to challenge in the future. This season's got to be the one, man. We got to start making progress. And this is what I mean. It's so frustrating for me. What's going on at the moment? Absolutely annoying, frustrating, irritating, you name it. Absolutely. But big up the community, guys. I'm here all night, guys. After this game, I've got about an hour, 2 hours, and then I'm doing the PSG against RC Lens Super Cup final, guys. So make sure you join me for that as well. I'll give you the link after during the game for that game. That should be decent, guys. RC Lens will be playing for everything, of course, in that game. Thomas, we'll be challenging for a cup of tea the way the board goes. We're lucky to get a cup of tea these days, mate. Absolutely. Be lucky to that. We'll be lucky to get anything. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. We'd definitely be spilling the tea. That's what we'd be doing. We're shaking we're shaking our hand. We're like, we can't even serve a cup of tea. Probably don't know how to make a cup of tea. Probably can't change a light bulb, the Glazers. Probably get a maid to change the light bulbs or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And Garrett, Sal, I agree with you. With after last night game, United players are no good. Stressful season lying ahead. The thing is, I would say about Man United, and it's a characteristic of the team, of the squad, of the club, indeed, that I've seen for many, many years, is the fact that we are well more than capable on our day of beating anyone. There's not one team that we haven't beaten in the last, I'll say, 10 years. We've beaten the Barcelonas, we've beaten the Cities, we've beaten the Liverpools home and away, we've beaten the PSGs, we've beaten all these teams, right? But we are also capable of losing to anybody at any given time. And this is a mentality thing. This is a mentality thing that has resonated throughout the squad and throughout the club for many, many years, isn't it? And definitely there is a big problem within the mentality, and the culture at the football club needs to fix, because this kind of thing is so predictable. United are predictable. United are capable of winning against anybody. Like I said, we could beat Man City in an FA Cup final, but we can lose to Burnley and Bournemouth and Wolves and Everton and teams like that pretty easily. And we could beat Arsenal at the Emirates with 10 men. But, we can also lose against teams like Spurs in the Europa League final. Do you know what I mean? And this is what we're talking about, United, it's not primarily a managerial issue. It is an issue with the club and a mentality issue. But here comes Doku. Doku, can he keep it in? He doesn't, because he's useless. How can you not keep that ball in, mate? Come on, man. Where's the guts and passion, man? If that's Ryan Giggs would have done a sliding tackle to keep that ball in play. Watch him. Oh my goodness me. Come on, man. Absolute useless. Almost fell for Haaland there. Almost. Didn't know, of course. It's been a hell of a summer, hasn't it, guys? We've had the World Cup. We've done over 50, 60 games for the World Cup. It was good fun. Lots of controversies and stuff. Mandem is Hans playing. He's playing, yeah. So is Bruno Gomes. They're both playing today. Yeah. So interesting. City are starting to bed themselves into the game a little bit more. Semenyo. What's your verdict, guys, on Semenyo, though? What is your verdict so far? As I know he's been at Man City a little while. Do you think, right, there's a narrative going around that Semenyo affects Alfinger Haaland? Is it Alfinger Haaland? Erling Haaland, sorry. If Alfinger Haaland's his dad. Oh, man, it shows my age. Erling Haaland, do you think he affects it? Because one thing about Jack Grealish, right, is the fact, and Jack Grealish is back, by the way. The one thing about Jack Grealish is that Jack Grealish, he used to get the crossing, didn't he? He used to go on the byline and he used to get that crossing. Semenyo doesn't really get those crosses in, does he? Semenyo's more like playing a bit like one of the modern day wingers, cut in and shoot sort of guy, isn't it? I've seen so many midfielders like that. We got a lot at our football club at the moment. I just really want to see left footers on the left, right footers on the right, get that bloody crossing. That's what I want to see. So what's refreshing about Patrick Dorgu, because Patrick Dorgu actually can, get on the left-hand side and get those crosses in, of course. Here's Semenyo. Speaking of which, Semenyo, here we go. Anderson. Here is Manchester City, though. Man City with the ball. Diaz. Out on the wing again. What is the difference between an Arsenal fan and an arsehole? They both stink. I would say. Here come Man City. Chance. Good strike. Oh, good save by David Raya. It's one back by Man City, though. And another save by Raya. But it's a foul for Arsenal. He pushed him down. It was Foden in the end. There you go. That was the first opportunity for Arsenal there. Foden almost got on the end of it. It's a bit soft, the free kick. There's a great strike there and a good save by David Raya, guys. Good save by David Raya in the goal. Didn't even get a game. Did he even get a game for Spain in the World Cup? Did he even get a game? I don't know. He's been in America so long, he looks like a character from Breaking Bad. Anyway, long ball. Long ball for Arsenal. Coming back. City have starting to get back. O'Reilly. Good play for O'Reilly. There we go. Nice play from O'Reilly there. Kept the ball well. Kept the ball in play. Good play, but it's lost out there from Doku. There, guys. Absolutely. It's a free kick. Kai Havertz is on the floor. Kovacic is pleading his innocence. It's nothing. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal here. 20 minutes on the clock, guys. Still 1-0 to Arsenal. 1-0 to Arsenal. Yeah. But big respect, guys. All I want, you know what I mean, at the end of the day is United to win, of course, and have a good season. So we don't have to, people call it moaning, but it's actually something that needs to be done. Do you know what I mean? It's what we need, what needs doing at this football club is essential for our future, And I would argue that what would Sir Matt Busby, it's like what I said, Sir Matt Busby would not tolerate Man United accepting mediocrity. So why are we accepting mediocrity? Sir Alex did not accept mediocrity. So what has happened to us? Why are we accepting mediocrity? I don't get it. I really don't. I'm not going to forget about us, at the end of the day. All my life, how long I'm on this planet, I'm going to continue having expectations of Manchester United because I know what we should be. Here come Arsenal. Chance for Arsenal. Number 2, it's cleared away there. Maybe delayed it a little bit, but it is cleared away by Manchester City there. Back here with Arsenal there. Madueke. There, guys. Lewis Skelly. Cross comes in straight in the arms of Donnarumma. Straight in the arms. Food and drink for Donnarumma. I am impressed with Madueke in this game so far. I like the fact that Madueke is getting the crosses in. That's what I like my wingers to do. I like to see him get crosses in. I like to see him assist. He's doing well on that right-hand side at the moment. I have to admit, he's doing very well. Madueke played quite a few games in the World Cup, didn't he? Here come City with Doku, and it's going to be a corner. Maybe Doku should have got the cross in a little bit earlier there, but it is a corner to Manchester City here, guys. But Doku got there, but it's just the end product from Doku. The players need to be rushing into the box, to be fair. There was not much option up there apart from Haaland. Haaland was the only option up there. Doku did well. He just someone needed to act as it, but it's a good tackle from Gabriel. And it is still 1-0 corner to Manchester City. Man City have picked it up a little bit since the goal. They have Anderson will be taking the corner for City. Good evening to Gailey. How you doing, my good friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is good with you. Hope you're having a good day, good Sunday. And here comes City, and it's held by Raya from the corner. Good hands from Raya. City player, Arsenal players down as usual. Arsenal play acting as usual. Foden gets a yellow card. Here. Arsenal falling down, play acting. Well, he did drag. To be fair, he did grab his arm, didn't he? If we're being totally real with it, he did grab his arm, but it's a little bit soft to give a yellow card, though. I'm surprised he gave a yellow card. Don't think he should have gave a yellow card there, but anyway, yeah. I think this is like, with these Charity Shield games, I called it the Charity Shield. That's what we used to call it. It's Community Shield now, isn't it? Or whatever it's called. I think this is like, it edges towards a competitive game, isn't it? It's close as you get to the competitive games. I think it's like the World Cup final or friendlies, isn't it, really? You know what I mean? I think it's a bit like that, and I think the goals and that do count on your tally. This is the thing with the Charity Shield, isn't it? So it is a competitive game, definitely. So still 1-0 to Arsenal, courtesy of Calafiori. One of the probably the quickest goal in Charity Shield history. I don't think I can think of anything earlier than that. I don't think I can think of any goal earlier than that, to be honest with you. But it's pretty even since then, but it has been a little bit ticky-tacky. Do you think, Tagale, do you think we have the ability to sign good players in 2 weeks? I don't think we got the ability, Tagale. I really don't. I don't think we're very good at what we do. I think we're rubbish. I think we can. We got capable. I don't think we got the necessary ability, but I think it can happen. Things happen in football, and they probably throw money at it. So they'll probably overpay, if I'm being honest with you. But that's the catch-22 for them, isn't it? They don't want to overpay. And then we're left with what? We're left with in the middle of nowhere. What we're going to do? Because you either get a player in or you don't, But But one thing is that, you know, lots of people there was a lot of outcry, uproar because of the squad numbers have been announced. I wouldn't read too much into that. Man United have announced squad numbers before. Even at the start of at pre-seasons, Man United have announced squad numbers and things like that. So I wouldn't read too much into that necessarily. However, obviously now with the time ticking away, everyone's going to be a little bit annoyed, worried, and anxious on what's going to happen this next 2 weeks, isn't it? At the end of the day, you know, we could say whatever we want about yesterday's game. There's a way to lose, right? You could lose. Everyone can lose friendlies. You can lose games any time of the week. Anyway, it's a way to lose. There's a difference between losing, having a good game, and we just came unstuck, and it was a good game, and we lost the game. And there's a difference between getting beaten emphatically, you know, and that's the difference, because we got a week to the season starts, you know, and we got beaten emphatically, which is not good, you know, at the end of the day, you know, getting beaten, because that was basically our charity shield, for example. Charles, City is a poor ball in the end. No one was there to collect the ball. Here come Arsenal in the middle. Madueke on the right-hand side here. Arsenal looking quite dangerous on the break here, but here's Madueke, cuts in, doesn't get the cross in. Maybe he's overrun it a little bit. Passes it back here. Gamiresh. Here we go. Madueke. Odegaard crosses the ball in. Header by Arsenal. Chance. It's going to be 2-0. It's 2-0 to Arsenal. And it's Havertz. It's Kai Havertz. And this game is running away from Manchester City, guys. It is 2-0 to Arsenal. Arsenal 2. Manchester City 0, guys. And it's actually turning into an embarrassment for Manchester City at the moment, guys. It's Manchester City 2. Arsenal 2. Manchester City 0. Kai Havertz, of all people, gets the goal, guys. And it's 2-0. And this is becoming an easy game in the park for Arsenal, guys. Poor defending for Manchester City, to be honest with you. Will they miss Rodri this season? Here's a question for you guys. He was totally unmarked. Poor defending from Man City. And this doesn't look good, bruv. City are in the mud, Bobby. They are. They look very, very bad. I mean, if anyone looks worse than Man United at the moment, probably Man City. That is, almost say, but maybe Donnarumma could have kept it out. Poor header in the end. But it is 2-0 to Man City, guys, in the Community Sheild, guys. And there you go. Man City have got it all to do now. All to do. Not been a good start from them. You know, not been a good start from them. Arsenal 2, Man City 0. And you know what? It was coming. You know, so I was looking at the breaks from Arsenal, and it was quite. You know, they were quite potent there and dangerous on the break. And Arsenal on the break again here. Man City got to do something here. They don't look good. I mean, this is probably one of the poorest I've seen Man City against Arsenal, guys. Absolutely, they miss Rodri. They need him. They do. I think to Gali, they miss him. I mean, what I would say about Arsenal is Arsenal have not really done much, but it's 2-0. You know what I mean? And I don't think Man City are looking good. I don't. I haven't seen Arsenal playing this Man City playing this poorly against Arsenal for a long time. Since Uwe Rosler. Sal, like you said, we can go for the league this season. The league isn't hard to play anymore. It's not. It's about consistency, Garrett. The most consistent team will win the league. But we ain't got the players at the moment. We still need players. We ain't got the squad. We get one injury. We got problems. You know, I find it astonishing how the members of the fan base are accepting the fact that we got a lower spend than Ipswich and Coventry City. You know, I find it incredible that we're just... did Rodri go to Barcelona? Not yet. Barcelona have made a third offer. I think Man City rejected a 55 million offer. Barcelona coming in with another offer. Barcelona basically ruined our opportunity to get Tchouaméni. Barcelona, you know that. Useless club. Arrogant club. But Rob, Bango's my prediction and mine. I did say 3-3. I was thinking in my head, Rob, should I say 3-3? That was one of my predictions, but I thought 2-1 City. But that's out the window now. So, do you think Bruno will be good for possession football? Bruno's the only one we've got, right, who can assist at the moment, like assist consistently. He's the only one really we've got that can be a difference maker in big games, you know, at the end of the day. We haven't got much, you know, so he's going to have to. I don't necessarily. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen this season in regards to our football. Here come Man City. Chance. It just was cleared there slightly. Almost passed through there. Anderson. Never forget what Anderson said about Man United, about, you know, he's gone to the biggest club and all that. Let's not forget that, guys. Let's not forget about what he said about Man United there. You know, what he said, a nasty piece of work. Nasty piece of work for saying that. Absolutely. Anyway, here comes City now. City, cross comes in. It's going to be a corner to City on the left-hand side. City conceded by Calafiori. Here, it is a corner to Manchester City, guys. We're about half an hour, 32 minutes gone in the game, and it's still 2-0 to Arsenal. Corner to Manchester City. Phil Foden will be taking the corner. Let's see if they can make anything of this. Let's see what happens. Cross comes in. What's going on here? This is just an opportunity to stop play, isn't it? I wonder if we're going to get I wonder if we're going to get like a hydration break in this game. That would be funny, isn't it? If we get a hydration break. I mean, I hope those hydration breaks are eradicated. They're gone out of the game, man. Really do. Tegele, we will take care of him when he comes to Old Trafford, Anderson. Oh, we no doubt about it, Tegele. We will take care of him. Don't worry about that. We'll look after him. We're playing him on the 4th game of the season, so at Old Trafford. So we better, you know. Hopefully we play Manchester City having won 3 games out of 3. That would be nice. Anyway, it is a corner. Speaking of Anderson, it is a corner to Man City. Corner comes in again. It's a decent corner. It comes out here. Cross comes in again. Header, no. Headed away by Arsenal. Nearly reached the Man City player there. Foden again. Foden gets the cross in. And that's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. It's a goal kick to Arsenal, guys. But if Man City get a goal, you never know what's going to happen. But if they have to get a goal, don't they? You know, if Man City get a goal, then you never know. The game could change. The game could flip upside down. You know, Arsenal might panic a little bit. Who knows? You never know, guys. Don't forget to join me about 7:30 UK time, guys, for PSG against Lens later on, guys. Lens, of course, won the Coupe de France last season. PSG won the league, and it is the Super Cup of France, so that'd be an interesting game. Lens will be taking that game very, very seriously, guys, so don't forget to join me for that. It'd be absolutely great to have you guys on board, of course, and all that jazz, of course, guys. Yeah, the ball. I think things have changed in regards to Man City, in regards to the way they play. Haaland's not seen as much as the ball as he used to, is he? Even last season, at the end of last season, you don't see Haaland getting the ball as much as he used to, isn't it? You know what I mean? And it is concerning for them. Well, long may it continue. I don't care about them. So United get ahead of these 2 teams next season. Absolutely. Mandem, if this is how Maresca is setting these guys up, then they'll have a long season. I don't think Man City are going to do anything next season. I don't rate Maresca as much as people rate him. I think he's a decent manager. You know, he's like a cup manager sort of thing. But I don't rate him as a manager. I think as well as added to the fact that, you know, here comes City, though. This is a good opportunity for them. And that's wide. It was a poor finish from Haaland there. I think City are going to have a hangover like Man United had when Alex Ferguson left. You know, when we got David Moyes, I think they're going to have a hangover like us. I think this is going to be a difficult time for Man City. The only thing that gives Man City advantage is the fact that they got good ownerships. They got good ownerships, and they'll make the decisions. You know what I mean? Mandem, just look at the spaces they are leaving. That's why Arsenal aren't struggling on the transition. It's too easy for Arsenal. Arsenal haven't really done much. You know, they just had a couple of chances, took the 2 chances, put it in the back of the net. That's what they've done. I just think it's been too easy for Arsenal, to be honest with you. You know, sign Haaland while City are in the mud. I mean, imagine that. We missed out on Haaland once, didn't we? Mate, we couldn't sign his dad at this rate, Bobby. You know what I mean? We couldn't sign Alfinga Haaland at this rate. You know, is it onside? It's a chance for Arsenal. This is onside. He's onside. Madueke, he's got the ball, cuts in straight at the goalkeeper. It was a good opportunity to make it 3-0 for Arsenal, but I think it was offside in the end. Yeah, he was way offside. Sal, without Pep, this player is really as good as doesn't look like it. I just think it's going to take time, Garrett, you know, to implement the tactics and stuff like that. It's going to take time. I think it's not only that. I think a lot of the players are not going to get on with Maresca. You know what happens when the manager leaves, a good manager, a legendary manager leaves. A lot of the players won't get on with the new manager. And I think these sort of things come into play as well. The fact that players don't get on with each other. They don't like the new manager and stuff. And I think this is a point that has to be made as well. Mandem, if Arsenal fans didn't buy the rest of the allocated seats, this stadium would be looking so empty. It's even empty now. I think I could probably get a ticket in this right now, to be honest with you. Amazing like how empty this stadium is. This was Man United penalty. No, he's dived. He's dived. Arsenal player dived, as they do. That's what Arsenal do, though, isn't it? They dive. Calafiori, it's a dive. Let me have a look. Terrible dive from Calafiori. That's a 7 in diving. That is an awful dive from Calafiori. My goodness me. That is an awful dive. That's cheating. That is cheating. Calafiori get away with that. I'll give a red card for that thing. I don't care about any team. I care about United, Tagale. I think we all do, mate. I think we all do. That is definitely a dive. But here we talk about football. It's good to talk about football, and it's good to build up knowledge about other teams as well. It's good to break away from United as well. Breaking away from United, because we're just going to be going around in circles talking about them. You know, we said what we need to say about what's going on at the moment, you know, and we all know what Man United are at the moment and who we're owned by, you know, and that's it, you know. So it's good to get your head around and watch another football game, you know, at the end of the day, and just enjoy football until we play again. You know, and see what happens, because you're just going to give yourself blood pressure, you know, and just going to upset yourself. Exactly, Mandem. There are some bootlickers out there. My goodness me. I mean, goodness me. If there was a job for bootlickers, man, honest to God, there's a lot of volunteers. Semenyo. Out wide here to Dorgu, all the way the other side of the pitch. Dorgu with an opportunity. Chance. Haaland. It's saved again that was a good chance for Man City. It went straight at Raya, though. It was Haaland with the opportunity. But here comes City again. City win back the ball. Semenyo, can he get the ball in this time? This is a chance, and he's over. And it's a corner. It was a chance for Doku, and it was a good tackle by Ben White there. But it could have been 2-1 there. It was a great couple of opportunities for Manchester City. They should have took one of those opportunities, to be honest. Semenyo did well on the right, and it was a good tackle from Ben White. But I feel like, why did Doku hit it down in the ground like that? I don't know, but almost a goal for Haaland as well. Is a good save for Raya, but it went straight at Raya as well. In my opinion, if it went any side of the goal, that's a goal, but it didn't, and it's still 2-0. Anderson will be taking the corner again for Manchester City. Cross comes in, decent corner. Here comes City. City getting back into the game. A shot, poor shot, and that's going to go straight at the goalkeeper. We're almost half time, guys. 5 minutes to go. 2-0 to Arsenal. here. Fairly even game, but Arsenal have taken 2 chances. They've taken both of their chances clinically, Arsenal. Man City have had a few chances that haven't taken their chances. That's the story of the game, in my opinion. And Man City could have had a couple themselves, but Arsenal been clinical. As soon as they get the opportunity, it's been in the back of the net. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Football's about ruthlessness. There is a big space, though, in between the back four and the midfield for Man City, which could be concerning for them. Is Madueke shot straight at Donnarumma. There is a big space in that midfield. It's a bit like Bagel FC in that midfield for Man City at the moment. I don't think tactically it's working out. I think Maresca is going to have to do something tactically at halftime. 100%. 100% have to do something tactically at halftime. Be interested to see how much injury time is added on. Here's Semenyo again. Semenyo, he does slow down the play a little bit, I would say. Jack Grealish back at Manchester City, of course, after his spell at Everton. He could be coming back on. He could be coming back into the team. I think they'll welcome Jack Grealish back in, back into the team. I think he had something a little bit different. Mandem, it's good people in the stream always call out the bullshit. People were moving mad here, fully backing the board. I ain't seen them for a while, Mandem, to be fair. I haven't seen anyone in this stream now really backing them. I think they've gone quiet. I remember a month ago, 2 months ago, when people were coming in here saying that we're being negative, that we're so negative, we're the most negative channel in YouTube and things like that and all that. Chance was Arsenal over the bar. We were the most negative channel on YouTube, all that nonsense. There's plenty of time left in the window. Why are we panicking now? It's very interesting to see where those people have gone. It's very interesting. I mean, I'm interested to see where they disappeared. So I'm thinking of doing a missing persons act. Do you know what I mean? I don't know where they are. They disappeared. I mean, we told them, didn't we? I'm not in for told you so's, but we told you so, innit? We told these people, innit? You're gonna have to start now. This is not good. What the characteristics of the transfer window is not good. Goal kick to Arsenal. Look, I'm all for in May and June. Right, in May and June, I kind of understand. Okay, yeah, let's wait and see what happens. And I was like that at the beginning of May and June. Okay, I don't trust them. But let's see what happens. I was like that. Do you know what I mean? Let's see how far this gets. Let's see if they can, get things done. Let me give them a chance here. But then I thought they would do business in the World Cup. I thought they would look at players in the World Cup and get an opportunity to talk to certain players in the World Cup. If Dave didn't call them out, I wouldn't have known these guys or directly quoting reports. However, wonder why these guys couldn't debate a point well. Calling out Luckhurst, you might as well call out a bloody Liverpool fan because Luckhurst despises Man United. It's quite evident, that is. I knew he was quoting Luckhurst at the time, the guy who did it, but I thought it was in jest. I didn't know they were doing that on other channels as well. Keep quoting Luckhurst. My goodness, there's a foul, surely. Yeah, as soon as the player goes down in the box, on the corners. Still 2-0, coming close to half-time. Got about minute to half-time, plus injury time. You know what the good thing about this game so far? We haven't had a hydration break. That's a good thing. No hydration breaks in England. Absolutely not. Or Wales, where we are today. So no hydration breaks, of course. Which is good. I mean, that was a load of woke nonsense, wasn't it? Absolutely. Goal kick to Arsenal. Long kick. Head back. Flag isn't up yet. No sign of what's going to come in regards. There'll probably be 0 minutes added on, and maybe probably just 1 at the very most. But I don't think there'll be any added on time in this game. To be honest with you, I think in this first half, I think it will go straight to half time. Almost through there for Arsenal again. Here comes City though. City with Doku. Doku's causing a little bit of problems for Arsenal on this left-hand side. He loses the ball. There was no support for Doku there, and he just kicked it straight at the Arsenal player, and Arsenal could counter-attack here with Madueke. Madueke on the right-hand side. For me, he's been one of the players of the half. Odegaard, here. Declan Rice, Havertz. It's out here to Zolis. Havertz again. Cross comes in. Going to be a goal for Arsenal if they're not careful. Cleared for Man City. Very, very uninspiringly cleared. Very badly cleared. They didn't really get it away. And it was almost 3-0 to Arsenal. But they survive Manchester City here. In this, they could have been 3-0. That would have definitely been curtains. Enzo Maresca looks like Pep Guardiola, isn't it? It's a Timu Pep Guardiola, isn't he? It does look like a little bit like him. He's got his bald head and all that. Do you know what I mean? Here comes City. I don't think there's been much injury time, so I don't know why there's injury time. It's half time, guys. Man City are trailing Arsenal by 2-0. A game of taken chances, I would say, so far. Arsenal have had 2 chances and put 2 chances in the back of the net. Man City have had about 2 or 3 chances and haven't taken those chances. So as we stand, I think just about deservingly, but Man City have got back to the game. Arsenal have been deservingly winners so far of this game by 2-0. Let's see what happens. So Ephraim, it amazes me how people follow who do not have knowledge about football. It's true, Ephraim. Lots of people don't have knowledge. Their knowledge is very basic. It's like when people talk about Amorim, they don't really understand tactics and things like that. You know, they don't understand vibes against good managers and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, Amorim was not the problem for Man United, and I called that out yesterday. And people say he was the problem. He was the problem. He was the problem. And I said it for days. Amorim was not the problem at Man United. Amorim was never the problem at Man United. Donnarumma has been shit. Donnarumma hasn't been good since he's gone to Man City, Mandem. I'm surprised. You know, maybe we dodged a bullet in regards to that one, Mandem. You know, he's been crap since he's gone to Man City. I haven't been impressed with him one game. You know, I think Le Mans has been far more better than him. Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? Le Mans has definitely been better than him. So it's half time, guys. It's 2-0 to Arsenal. Things are looking good for Arsenal at the moment. They look like winning the Charity Shield, guys. That's what they'll be doing. Catching up with another tally for Man United. We got to be careful not to lose our records, guys, because, you know, the longer we're not successful in this game, in football, the more records we are going to miss. The more records are going to be in the pan, in the rubbish, guys. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. So we definitely need to start winning again. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be back, guys. Bear me a second. Yeah, big up everyone. Cue the scary Arsenal tweets and things like that. We're going to get them now. We forgot about those scary Arsenal tweets, haven't we? They're going to be back. That's imminent from you know who or whose. Guys, that's going to be coming back very, very soon. Scary Arsenal nonsense. That will be back. Don't worry about that. I hope Man City do make a game of it. I hope they make a game of it. I hope they get a goal back. I hope they draw and it goes to penalties. And I'll be happy about that because then it'll be a good game. You know what I mean? Yes. Guys, don't forget, I'm back later on as well. I've got Lens against Paris Saint-Germain, PSG in the Super Cup. And they called it the French Champions Trophy. That's what they called it. I will be live for that game, guys, in a jiffy, guys. So don't forget to join me for that game. Of course, I'll be there, guys. And that should be decent. That should be decent. Pascal Segnon is on my... Philip Senderos is on my TV screen. Remember Philip Senderos, who used to play for Arsenal? He's on my TV screen. I haven't seen Senderos in a long time. Those are good memories, Senderos, isn't it? You know, remember those days with Senderos? How poor Arsenal were at the back and everything like that. And those were the days, wasn't it, guys? Calafiore, I do think this is the fastest goal in Charity Shield history. If I'm being honest, it could be the fastest goal in Charity Shield history, guys. It really could be. I can't remember any goal as quick as this goal in Charity Shield history, in my opinion. I really can't. Absolutely. But it was a good ball from Lewis Skelly there. Really good ball, good awareness, and in the back of the net, really good awareness from Lewis Skelly there. Yeah, it's up to Man City though now, isn't it? 2-0, as they say, is a dangerous lead. You never know with 2-0 if Man City get a goal, then you never know, do you? You never know what could happen. So that old cliche, isn't it? Yeah. So I expect Manchester United to be working overtime in this next couple of days. Definitely. People are still going on about Manu Kone. I've said it already. There's nothing more I could say about Manu Kone apart from Roma are waiting for the bid. Man United have agreed personal terms with Manu Kone. They've agreed everything with Manu Kone. But the most important thing is that Man United haven't agreed with Roma, which is the most important thing. They've now just began talks with Roma, but nothing has been agreed at the moment. We are going to be waiting until the end of the window. I can see it, guys. We're kicking it down the road. I actually think we're going to sign Manu Kone, but it's going to be one of the last things we do. It won't be like it would be slow process. I think this is what's going to happen. Terry Flores, scary Arsenal, yeah. Scary Arsenal, man. I mean, I'm not scared of Arsenal at all. I mean, if Arsenal was scary, God knows what, people who say Arsenal are scary are basically people who cried when they watched the Titanic, probably. You know what I mean? But Arsenal not scary at all, mate. PSG put pay to that. You know what I mean? Definitely. If you've seen football, Arsenal's scary. My goodness me. If you watch football for longer than a few years, you would know that what scary is, what proper football is. You know what I mean? Absolutely. They're not even in the top 10 of Premier League champions, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So, but fair play to them. They are winning today against this team, but it's okay. They can rip the hell out of each other. I don't mind because, it's all about United on Saturday against Hull City. We got the early kickoff, remember, guys. Man United will be playing on the early one against Hull City. So that will be interesting. Definitely be interesting. First game of the season for Hull in Hull on an early kickoff. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know what to make of that. Generally we struggle, isn't it? Don't we? When we play a little bit early. But I don't want to be making any pre-excuses. Of course, I'm not. I'm just analysing early kickoffs and things like that. Our record on early kickoffs isn't amazing, I would say. So yeah, look, guys, what I would say, if we drop points against Hull City on Saturday, there will be a lot of question marks. You think it's bad now? If you think it's bad now, guys, if Man United fail to beat Hull City on Saturday, I'm telling you, we ain't seen nothing how bad this can get in regards to the fan base. This could get even worse, guys. It could get even worse. Do you know what I mean? Hull will be up for it, but United will win 2-0. Bobby, I hope so. I hope they win. Man United have the quality to win. But Man United, I mean, when you're looking at Hull, it's not going to be easy, mate. It's not going to be easy. You remember when Man United played Hull City 10 years ago? You remember what happened? We got a goal after 90-odd minutes, Marcus Rashford, and it was a difficult game. And I remember 1-0 we won. And naturally, Man United should win this game comfortably. Naturally. But this is why you don't get slapped up by AC Milan with a week to go, because it adds question marks and negativity within the squad. Because generally, we played probably the team that we're going to play against Hull. That was probably the team that we would play against Hull City. That team, Just watching this Watford goal. Very good goal from Watford. There, Watford 1. Southampton 0. But Southampton have got back into the game here. Just watching some highlights. Oh, no, they haven't. It's Watford who've got the second goal here. Southampton, of course, would feel they should be in the Premier League right now, not Hull City. Man United should have been playing Southampton, isn't it? This weekend. It should have been Man United against Southampton. You know, who would you rather play, Hull City or Southampton? You know, because obviously Southampton got punished, of course. And, you know, some say fairly harshly. Some say harshly, but it is football. They cheated. It's the rules. Do you know what I mean? But Watford are beating Southampton, guys. Watford are beating Southampton by 2-1 in that game, guys. Good result for Hull City. Poor start for Southampton. Burnley, of course, are in the Championship as well. Burnley are playing in the Championship. Southampton are a bogey side, I think, Bobby. Yeah, back in the day, Southampton were our bogey side, absolutely. It's Burnley today against West Ham as well. That should be an interesting game there. So far, it's Ajax 1, Heerenveen 0 in the other games, guys. Just going through some scores here in the Eredivisie. Ajax are looking good for the title this season, of course. So, yeah, looking forward to that, guys. In regards to the friendlies, Nottingham Forest defeated Brest 2-0. Liverpool 0, Como 0. Liverpool going to have another chance to play Como. They're playing him twice in one day. Basel 0, Barcelona 0, Newcastle United 0, Strasbourg 0. Those are the scores there. Absolutely, guys. That's the scores so far. In regards to the Championship scores, guys, and stuff, it finished Watford 2, Southampton 1 there. And we got Burnley against West Brom kicking off. Burnley against West Ham kicking off now. Burnley against West Ham kicking off now. So that should be an interesting one, that game there. 2 former Premier League clubs. Was it a Premier League game last season, wasn't it? 2 former Premier League clubs playing against each other. That should be interesting. Carl Walker still, of course, playing for Burnley. Jared Bowen still playing for West Ham and stuff. So still Diouf still playing for West Ham. Let me just run through the lineups of West Ham, guys. You look at the two teams. There's some players in there. In regards to Burnley, they still got Humphreys in there. Carl Walker is in there as well. Hannibal Mabry is in there as well. Ramsey, guys. Aaron Ramsey, of course, is still in there. Still got Fleming. In regards to West Ham, they've still got Pablo, who I rate very highly, the Brazilian player. Castellanos, Conte, Bowen. That's not the Conte, by the way. That's actually Mamadou Conte, the French player, the 20-year-old. They've got Mavropanos, Walker Peters. They've got guys, and they've still got a decent team there. That is a team, though, especially in particular West Ham, that you look at, and the West Ham should really be getting promoted from that, to be honest with you. That division with that team and that squad really should. They should be getting promoted 100%, guys. The weekend is coming, guys. We got lots of watch-alongs to come. Man United, of course, on Arsenal, of course, on Friday. We got Man United and plus other games on Saturday. I will be doing a match reaction for the Man United game as well as game updates, and then I'll be doing the Spurs game in the evening. And then on Sunday, we got the double watch-along, and then we got the game in the evening as well, Liverpool against Newcastle. Of course, an historical game there as well. So we got lots of football to come up, guys. We've got a lot of talking points to come up. Hopefully, we'll be in the vibe for the Liverpool game and for the Man City game and Bournemouth and all these games on Sunday in a good vibe. Do you know what I mean? Sal, a good start to the season is all I'm hoping for. I think that's all that matters. I think many of us would take a defeat in every game of preseason if we win the game against Hull City. You know, there's no point winning every game of preseason if you don't beat Hull City. So we need to beat Hull City, absolutely. Bobby, then the goals will come, in my opinion. Against Hull, we just need to dominate possession, and the goals will come. We need to be calm, Bobby, absolutely. We need to keep not concede early. Keep the quieten the crowd down a little bit, and then we get one goal. And if we get one goal, then we will pick them off. This is what's going to happen. The quality between the Premier League and the Championship is night and day, as you know. And I expect Man United to win. Now, there's two things that can happen. This could be a struggle for Man United, and we struggle, but we win struggling, or we can annihilate Hull City, which will be 3 or 4-0. I think it will be a struggle. I think you're right. I think it'll probably be 1 or 2-0 to Man United. I think Man United will not make it easy for themselves. We don't, do we? Especially against smaller clubs. But I think Man United will win in the end. And then we'll beat Ipswich Town. I mean, God forbid we don't. But then we'll beat Ipswich Town. And then, things will be a lot more rosier in the garden. Like I said, we've had a very, very fair draw in regards to the Premier League season. The Premier League fixtures have been kind to us this time. Usually the Premier League fixtures are not kind to us, but they're kind to us right now. I will be doing my prediction show later on this week, guys. I will be doing my prediction. So I wanted to wait as long as possible for the transfers, obviously, so then I can get an accurate analysis. Jack Grealish is on for Manchester City, back for Manchester City, of course. He's coming on for Man City, guys. I think this is a good move for Man City. I really do. I think this is a good move for Man City because Jack Grealish can get that ball into the box. He done relatively well for Everton on loan, of course. As we know, last season he did okay. Mamouche is also being spoken to at the moment. I don't think Mamouche is coming on yet, but he is being spoken to at the moment, guys. But Jack Grealish is the one who is coming on for Manchester City right now. Let's see what he can do back at Man City. Blast from the past, isn't it? At the end of the day, I wouldn't have liked him to stay at Man City because I do rate him as a player. I think he's good as a player, especially for Man City. And he gets that ball into Haaland, doesn't he? He gets that ball into him. And I think Haaland would like the fact that Grealish is back 100%. But it is 2-0 to Arsenal at halftime, guys. Arsenal, Grealish is coming on. Just seeing who's coming off here. Just going to see who's coming off. Nothing as it is at the moment. Grealish is on the pitch. Welcome back to City, Grealish. I don't mean that. Let me just get this up. Yeah, big out one in the stream. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. Declan Rice has come off. And it is Bruno Guimaraes who's come on, actually. Bruno Guimaraes. Big up, everyone. Jack Grealish has come on for Jeremy Doku. I thought Doku was having a good game, to be fair. I thought he was having a good game. I thought he was having a good game, but not to be. Definitely not. Let me just have a look at something. We got one in the string, guys. Mandem. We still need signings. The first 2 games will just paper over the crack. I agree, as we could smoke both teams. If we need to consistency compete, the board should get the smart, stingy bullshit. Should stop the stingy bullshit. Mate, it's a massive 2 weeks, Mandem. It's a huge 2 weeks here. Imagine Man United don't sign anybody. What's the gaslighting going to be then? What they're going to say then? What's the excuse going to be then? Honestly, moving mad, really are moving mad. You know what I mean? And interested to see what the excuses will be, guys. I'm really interested to see, because all the gaslighting and all that, you know what I mean? At the end of the day. Let's wait. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. 2 weeks to go, guys. You know how slow we are. So I'm not hopeful. I will not put money on it 100% that Man United are going to do anything significant in this transfer window. I would not put money on it at all, to be honest with you, guys. But you never know. Football's there to change people's minds, isn't it? They can change. They can do something incredible, and they would change our minds. And they say, "Well, at least they tried," because that's what I want. I want to look at it right at the end of the window and say, "Well, do you know what? This last 2 weeks they did go in. I know they took their time, but they did sign a few players, and I will give them their credit for that." Do you know what I mean? If we went out there and signed 3 or 4 players, I'd be like, "Do you know what? Fair play. Fair play. They actually went out there and they actually did the business." Do you know what I mean? That's what I would say. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to come on it. And, it's not that we hate them, but we're calling them what they are, what they're doing at the moment. We can only call things based on evidence, current evidence. And the current evidence suggests that they're only co-focused on the stadium and only focused on vanity projects and money. That's it, and that's what it is. We want to come out here and we want to praise them, but we're not gonna. Do you know what I mean? Because we can't. Here come Arsenal, though, on the left-hand side. And chances are they're going to be 3-0 here. It is 3-0. It's game over, surely. It's Odegaard with the finish. Poor play from Man City again. And Arsenal are running away with this game. Arsenal 3, Manchester City 0, guys, in this Charity Shield. Guys, and yeah, it's getting embarrassing now for Man City. It really is getting embarrassing for Man City. It's not good, bro. Man City are not good. It's not looking good. Another terrible piece of defending for Man City, by the way. But Arsenal are absolutely sweeping the floor with them. Good play from Odegaard. Nice finish from Odegaard. And lovely dummy there. Good play from Zolis, the new player. A lovely dummy there from Odegaard. Guys, and it is. I wanted Arsenal to win, but not like this. Neither did I, Bobby. But, you know, Arsenal have been dominant, and Arsenal have absolutely swept the floor of them. One thing I'm looking at, I said it. I said that Maresca is going to take time. I think it's going to be difficult for Maresca this season. I think it's not going to be his season this season. I think they're going to struggle this season. This is not his team. He's going to have to gain the respect of the players as well, as we know. Players won't respect him, you know. Cristiano Ronaldo has been speaking. I just want to quote something from Fabrizio Romano, by the way. Cristiano Ronaldo has been speaking. He said, I want to leave a spectacular legacy. I have my future planned. What's going on with Cristiano Ronaldo? What will happen to Cristiano Ronaldo? Is he going to stay at Al Nassr? What I would say is that he's not going to be playing for the next couple of games for Al Nassr. This is why I didn't do the watch along, of course, but he's chance over the bar from Anderson. He's not going to be playing for the next few games. Just got married, so he won't be playing for the next few games. Ronaldo, guys, he said he wants to leave a legacy. I think he already has left a legacy on the game, to be honest with you. Just look at the space City are giving Arsenal. They are making their job easy for them. It's too easy, mate. That was way too easy. I think Man United would have had had this game more harder to beat. I think Man United wouldn't even be losing this game. I'll be honest with you guys. I know Man United are crap at the moment, but I don't think we'll be losing like this, man. I really don't. Man City are about to make a change. Bobby, loads of stick to the lads at work tomorrow. Thank God I'm not in London anymore, Bobby. That's one thing I would say to you. I'm not in London anymore. Thank goodness for that. I don't have to put up with Arsenal fans. And thankfully, I have not been in London for the last 4 years. So I haven't had to put up with Arsenal fans at all in regards to face-to-face. I have been on other people's channels. This is why I don't like going on certain channels, because I'm not going on certain channels to act as a gaslighting channel for Arsenal fans and to try and add weight to their ever-inflating ego. I'm not going to do that. I don't like adding weight to ever-inflating egos. I don't do that. And let's see, guys, absolutely. Garrett South City is very poor. I agree. They're awful, mate. I said it's going to take time. City could then, you know what, guys? What are the odds, right? People laughed at me. All right, I done that little prediction thing. I'm going to do an official prediction show this week, right? But people laughed at me when I placed Tottenham ahead of City next season. People laughed at me. They say, "Oh, you're putting Tottenham ahead of City. Don't be mad." I said City are going to struggle this season because of Maresca. I still think they're just about getting the top 4, but I think they're going to struggle this season because of Maresca. I believe that. I think it's going to be tough for them. I don't think they're going to have everything their own way. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely not. Bear me a second, guys. Yeah, big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. Absolute legends, guys. Big up everyone who's joined me today, of course. You absolute diamonds. Sal, City was very poor. Who's City's first game against? Bournemouth, Bobby, or at home. They're playing Bournemouth at home, which won't be easy. We know what Bournemouth are like. So they're playing Bournemouth on the opening game. Got a double watch along next week. There's 2 games. Brighton are playing and Bournemouth and City. I know it's Bournemouth and City. Aston Villa and Brighton and Bournemouth and City next Sunday. And those are the games, guys. Saturday, the only game that matters, of course, is Man United against Hull City. That is the only game that truly matters in football this week. Bournemouth is a tricky one, Bobby. It is. They still got Krupi there, Alex Scott. You know, they're still in the team. Bournemouth haven't really sold any of their best players, have they? So I think it will be a tricky game. What are the odds, guys? What are the odds in Enzo Maresca getting sacked this season? I mean, that could happen. Mamouche is coming on. Gay is coming on. Haaland is coming off. I don't know. I don't understand that. But Mamouche is coming on. Haaland coming off. I mean, their only goal scorer. I mean, the only one who could put the ball in the net. The spaces are so jarring. These guys are cooked. Mate, as long as their space is jarring on the 4th game of the season at Old Trafford, I'll be happy with that, man, them. As long as they could play like this against Man United on the 4th game of the season, I'll be happy. Just as long as we win the opening 3 games, that is, of course. I'll be happy with that, absolutely, guys. But I didn't expect it to be 3-0 to Arsenal. I didn't expect it to be like this, but, you know, imagine if he gets sacked before Christmas. Bobby, this is a guy, mate, you know what? I think it could happen, you know. Honestly, I think my hot take, this is going to be my hot take, and this is a little, this is now going to be part of the prediction show next week, which I'm going to do. My hot take of the season is going to be Enzo Maresca getting fired. Enzo Maresca getting fired from his position. That's my hot take. I think he'd be sacked before Carrick. Mandem, if they give us the same spaces they are gifting Arsenal, we would annihilate them because we have players what are good on the transfer. Agreed, Mandem. Yeah, with Mbeumo and Cunha and Bruno Fernandes, definitely, mate. 3 or 4-0, easy. You know, I don't think they're gonna have a good season. I don't. Here comes Grealish. Grealish got the ball still. Did a little bit too much. Should be sat after this game, to be honest. Yeah, he should, in theory, shouldn't he? He should after this performance. It's one of the worst performances I've seen for Man City in years. I'll be honest, I'm not even exaggerating, guys. This is one of the worst performances I've seen of Man City, in particular against Arsenal. Man City are generally... Let me have a look. Oh, that's a terrible challenge by Lewis Skelly on Anderson. That should have been a booking or a red card. I'm sorry. That was an awful challenge, I'll be honest with you. Nothing given. Wow. That was quite dangerous. Studs up on the leg. And he's having a stinker. He's all over the place. Yeah, I think it's going to take him time, man, them to get into the game, you know. To get into this season, it's going to take him time. One thing about it, you know, that was an awful challenge, though, by Skelly. I think Man City are having a bad game all round, to be honest with you. I won't just pinpoint it on him. I think Man City are having a bad game, completely bad game. And this could be the sign of things to come for them. You know, this might be the norm for them. It'd be good for me. It'd be good for us because I want Man City to go down. You know, but this could be the norm for them. Now I want Arsenal to decline as well. Arsenal going down, Liverpool going down, City going down, United climb, United climb, United climb. That's what I want. You know what I mean? This season. I mean, imagine, guys, I know we're dreaming. I know we're wishful thinking and that. Imagine Man United win the league. Imagine that happens, guys. Imagine United win the league. Imagine it happens, man. Imagine the joyous and the euphoria that it would have. How sweet it would be, guys. You know, it'd be so sweet, honestly. It'd be so sweet. We can dream about it, can't we? Nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, nothing wrong with that, guys. Absolutely. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me so far. Almost 1,000 of you have joined me so far, guys. Thank you so much. We're only on 56 minutes of the game. Thank you, guys, for joining me. They're making more changes, Manchester City, though. It looks like Rico Lewis is coming on for Man City. Alex, I really wanted this to go to sudden death, but it looks like City are going to go down in relegation. Yeah. But here comes City. They could open it up a little bit. Oh, that's a poor shot, a poor strike again from City. They're just not got it, have they, today? They got into position, City, but they're just not clinical at all today. Strange for City, to be honest with you, but they're definitely not clinical at all today. They've been quite awful today, to be honest with you. Really, really bad, guys, in this game so far. They're actually playing like a championship side. I'll be honest. They're actually playing like a championship side. They're not playing like They're not playing like Man City. That's for sure. We got about 33 minutes of the game to go, guys. Still 3-0 to Arsenal. Annihilation, you would say. Emphatic win from Arsenal. A message. Some might say scary Arsenal. Is it? You know what I mean? Again, it could be. It could well be scary Arsenal again, guys. Couldn't it? Definitely. But yeah, I think it's more to do with Man City being awful than Arsenal being so good. I think Man City have just been dreadful. Top of the field, at the back, everything. I just think they've been horrible to watch. It's about time you get Man United back in these finals because we will actually make a game of it. You know what I mean? Actually, we need to get us back in these sort of finals. We actually have good games and stuff. Here comes Grealish. Grealish. I mean, what the odds in Jack Grealish having a good season for Man City now? FM, they look a shadow of themselves. Yeah, this is going to happen with the new manager. You know, people. You know, the funniest thing is that we know through Man United, being a Man United fan, we know what effect a new manager coming in with a legend leaving the football club. We know more than anyone, isn't it? At the end of the day, corner to Manchester City, surely. We know more than anyone that it's going to take time. The one thing that, as I said, the one thing that City have an advantage is that they've got a much better ownership than us, and they will make the right choices. But I don't think that Enzo Maresca will last in this job, guys. Rico Lewis is coming on, guys. Rico Lewis is coming on the pitch. Also, Cherky is coming on. I'm surprised Cherky didn't play in the first place. Cherky is coming on. Foden is coming off. Foden's been fairly obnoxious. Anderson's also come off. Stinker and Hooked. He's come off, guys. Anderson's come off. Stinker and Hooked. And it is Cherky coming on, guys. Absolutely. Rico Lewis as well is on the pitch. So a little bit of a change for Man City here. See if they can get back into the game. And when it takes one goal, they get one goal, then the momentum will swing. But I just can't see it happening. I think they've been awful. They're not clinical enough. Arsenal also making a change here. Saka is coming on. Not a bad substitution to have. And also Calafiori and Hincapié and Saka are on for Arsenal, guys. Dave, big up, Dave. Hello, Sal. How you doing, my friend? Very good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Mate, was chatting rubbish saying that they are going to show the world how a good Manchester team wins. I feel sorry for him as he spent money to witness this. So, oh my goodness me. Man City are going to have a bad season, mate. I'll be honest, Dave. I'm not saying this because I'm a Man United fan, but I think Man City are going to struggle with a new manager. I think people are underestimating what a big miss Pep Guardiola is. I think they're underestimating what a shift this is going to be. It's an opportunity for Man United. I'm seeing it as an opportunity. This is why it irritates me so much that we're not killing it in the transfer market, because this is an opportunity for Man United. Big up Mr. Alls, by the way. Zolis with 2 assists already. My Greek boy starting an Asna career well. He started very well. He in the friendly as well. He had 2 assists, didn't he, in the friendly just last week. Very good signing by the looks of it. They did get rid of, obviously, Trossard, and they've got Zolis. Greek football's on the up. Fair play to Greece, of course, guys. There you go. We haven't seen anything like it since Nikos Dabizas. There you go. There you go. But yeah, anyway, yeah, Zolis looks like a good player. But yeah, it irritates me because, again, United are not scouting. United haven't got their scouting gear in order. Other teams are finding these players, and we're just hovering around. It's a massacre, Rob. It is indeed. I think what it is Arsenal have been clinical and City haven't. I think Arsenal have taken their chances and City haven't. City have had chances. I wouldn't say Arsenal have dominated the game like that, but football's about taking your opportunity and being ruthless, isn't it? Man United used to do it so well, isn't it? Back in the day, it's about taking the opportunity when you're giving them. Dave, this is why I'm disappointed with the owners. We have a chance of competing this season, but it seems the fans are more ambitious than them. We support Man United, mate. They don't. Right, let's start, right? With Wilcox, ex-Blackburn Rovers player, played for Leeds as well, and worked for Man City. Barada, worked at Man City. Jim Ratcliffe has no affiliation with Man United, as much as what people want to try and gaslight it. The only thing he has and close to Man United is the fact that here comes Saka. It's going to be 4 at this rate. No, the only thing close that comes to it is he's from Manchester, but he's not a Man United fan. None of these people understand Man United. None of these ownerships understand. Nobody at our football club supports Man United. Vivell, Berrada, Wilcox, Jim Ratcliffe, the Glazers, they don't support Man United. None of them support Man United. You know, because if a Man United fan came in with all that money that they have, the 4 billion that Jim Ratcliffe was going to purchase Chelsea with that 4 billion that he was going to purchase Chelsea with, a Man United fan would have cleared our debt, right? A Man United fan would have also put another billion in building the team. Then a Man United fan would have got another 2 billion of that money and built his own stadium with his own money. That's what a proper owner does. You know what I mean? They're just liars and manipulators, mate. They're just, honestly, they had the fans on toast, mate. They manipulated a section of the fans, and that's what it is. You know, and they fed off that. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like, guys. If you can do that, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. Everyone, really appreciate it, of course. Don't forget, I will be back later on, guys, for PSG against Lens in the Super Cup, the French Super Cup, guys. So I will be there. I've given everyone the link to that game as well. So don't forget to join me for that game, guys. We're gonna have a long night tonight, but it's gonna be good. We'll be here talking about all things United and other things. 2 passes freed Rice to be alone to pass the ball forward. Maresca is in hot water if he doesn't get this right. He's going to be sacked, mate. My prediction is that I think he will be sacked. I think Enzo Maresca will be sacked from Man City eventually. I don't think he's the right man for the job. When he took the job, I was baffed by it. I was really baffed that they got Enzo Maresca in there. I was shocked. I'm not saying that he's a bad manager, you know, and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that I wouldn't look at Enzo Maresca and say that, wow, what a manager when he's at Chelsea, right? They feed off this friendly competition, the World Championship, which I don't rate anyway, right? And I don't understand why Man City did that move. Hi, Bernard. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hi, Sal. Just stopped by to see the score. Drop a like. No point watching off to the beach. Big up, my friend. Big up, Bernard. Take it easy. Have a good time at the beach, my friend. Mandem, I remember how he shit the bed when he was managing Chelsea at Old Trafford. No. He's not got the character to be at that club. He hasn't. You know, again, I liken this to when David Moyes came to Man United. It was the wrong choice. It was the wrong replacement. You know, I just think what Man City would have been much better hiring bloody Jose Mourinho than hiring Maresca, in my opinion. You know, they done what Man United did, similar. You know, similar, except that Maresca's won a couple of trophies. When we got David Moyes, they've done a similar thing, innit? Big up, Christo. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. It's always good to see City lose. Yeah, of course. I hope it carries on, Chris. I hope it carries on. I hope it carries on, and I hope they bring this into the new season and they lose their opening game to Bournemouth. How would that be? That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? You know what? Another hot take. Could City miss out on the top 4 this season? Imagine that, or the top 5. Could City miss out on the top 4 or 5 next season? It's not an impossible thing. It could be their Moyes, which would be a good news for everyone. It would be. But the only thing that they have on their armor, the only thing that they have on their side is they have a good ownership. They have ownerships that are willing to put money in. You know what I mean? Like, and they actually have a knowledge about football, unlike our owners, you know what I mean? The Glazers and now Ineos. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the only thing they have on their side. They have an effective, ruthless, relentless ownership, you know. And I would imagine that they would, if it don't get good at the opening, I think let's say they don't beat Bournemouth, they lose their next game. I think it could be sacked after that. I think it could be quick, you know. I think it could be quick. I think they're going to be looking at this like, you know what? You know what I mean? We need to change this quick. Yeah, Man United made a whole number of mistakes, didn't they? They made a whole array of errors, you know. When Alex Ferguson left, we didn't have a plan, did we? You know, there was news Man United we're going to get Jose Mourinho. Wasn't it? Alex Ferguson was saying Jose Mourinho had already agreed to go to Man United. It says on his documentary, and he changed his mind. I mean, the butterfly effect and all that. What would have happened? Now, I'm not saying things would have been great. I mean, obviously, we still have the Glazers, and I think that is always going to be an issue. But I think he would have been significantly better and would have demanded more respect than David Moyes did. You know, I remember the story. I always mention this story about David Moyes when he came into Man United. We were on pre-season, and David Moyes got on the plane, right? And David Moyes sat down, and his tie was all over the place, and he went like this with his tie, and he went like, "This is a big club, isn't it?" And as he said that, a couple of Man United players, I think one of them was Rio Ferdinand, walked past him, and at that moment, the club knew, the team knew that he wasn't the guy for that. He wasn't the guy to take him forward because he was struggling already. He was showing Man United players who won Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues multiple times. He was showing the Man United squad videotapes of Everton, videotapes of Phil Jagielka and people like that. Do you know what I mean? It's an absolute disgrace what he did. How he managed to walk into this football club, guys. Absolutely. How he managed to walk into this football club. Beef Bully, I said 3-0. I'm not happy. I don't get happy. I don't like Arsenal. I don't like City. I don't like any of them. Happy is a different word. Prefer, yeah, not happy. I'm not happy that, Man United are not in the Charity Shield final right now, and I don't like Arsenal. Happy is a different. I'm not happy. Happy was when Man United win. That's when I'm happy. Happy is Man United winning. I'm like, a straight emoji. If you get a straight emoji, that is what I am right now. Didn't Fergie choose Moyes to take out? Eventually, I think he did, Mr. Allspot. He didn't want Moyes. Apparently, he didn't want Moyes as the first choice. Pep Guardiola had already agreed to go to Bayern Munich, as far as I'm aware. Jurgen Klopp, we found in the interview. Jurgen Klopp didn't like the direction Man United were going in regards to our ambition on the football pitch. We were more like commercial, trying to sell a commercial project to him. And in the end, we ended up getting David Moyes, which was the wrong choice. There were so many more managers we could have got, Mr. Oz. We could have got Ancelotti. We could have got a whole array of managers to manage Man United, couldn't we? At that particular time. But we chose David Moyes. I couldn't believe it. But what it was, right? I looked at it and I thought, you know what? Maybe Alex Ferguson knows what he's doing. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve. But I knew that the team wouldn't respond to David Moyes. David Moyes not won anything. You can't get a team full of serial winners. Chance, cleared away by Man City. You can't get a team full of serial winners and give them a manager like David Moyes unless it's an ex-player. I would have much prefer Man United got Ryan Giggs. I would have much prefer Man United do that. I've got Michael Carrick back then. I would have much prefer it to happen like that. I think David Moyes was the wrong appointment. David Moyes, I think we're still suffering from that. I do. Mourinho would have been a way better appointment than Moyes, but the board also didn't back Moyes. It's true they didn't back Moyes. He was promised a lot of players, but David Moyes also, behind the scenes, wasn't doing himself any favours, showing Man United videotapes of Everton, and things like that. And let me quote what happened, right? And I've heard this from a footballer. So let me quote this, what happened, right? He showed videotapes of, or DVDs, whatever it is, of Everton defending. So one player in the crowd of Man United squad said, yeah, but what have Everton won? To David Moyes, right? Then another player said, I'm not going to reveal them, David, what have you won? Game, set, match, it's over. Cuts, it's over. That was it. After that, that was it. The respect was gone, Whereas if you had Jose Mourinho, if you had Giggsy, or you had someone like that, they couldn't say diddly squat. You had to listen because the managers won things. Do you know what I mean? Simple as that. And unless it was Klopp, because I think Klopp is a personality. He's a likable character, isn't he? He's one of those guys who's likable. You either have to be successful or you have to be a very charismatic, likable person up-and-coming manager around Europe who lots of teams want, that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And Moyes wasn't. Moyes wasn't good. He flopped at Real Sociedad. He flopped at West Ham a couple of times. Every day, you know, it just says a word. Speaks out. I always knew this. Moyes ain't good for us. Moyes did the really good great terms. Yes, apparently, but changed his mind. Apparently, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. Pep, we were in for Pep Guardiola very late. You know, very late. Klopp, yes, recall Piers Morgan touting him around 2014. Yeah. Klopp was like one of the up-and-coming managers in Europe. He stopped Bayern Munich, I think, winning the league, if I'm not wrong, or something like that. He was good. Good strike there. He was good. But Richard, City are awful. I hope it continues, Richard. That's all I care about. As long as it continues into the Man United game, right, the fourth game of the season, I'm happy with that. Because I expect Man United to win the opening 3 games. And then we beat City on that fourth game. And then hopefully things will be looking good, rosier in the garden. And things will be a little bit more. But obviously, this is what frustrates me the most. Jokeres is coming on, guys, I think alongside Moreno. It's coming on for Arsenal. We got about 17 minutes of the game, guys. This game has been finished for a while, I think, in my opinion. Absolutely, this game has been dead and buried for a while. Big up everyone who's joined me today, guys. Really appreciate everyone in the house. Thank you so much, guys. See if Man City can make a game of it with about, we're about 15 minutes to go, guys. Let's see if Man United can make a game of it. And Klopp built that Dortmund team, by the way, Beef Bully. Klopp built that team, you know, and that's what it was. Klopp was different. This narrative about David Moyes, that David Moyes was done well at Everton. I didn't understand it, to be honest with you. I didn't understand it. I said, did what? Got in Europe once. FM, if they play like this, we slap City. One thing I'm not going to do, though, FM, I'm not going to talk at the moment because you know where the way Man United are going. It's mad, isn't it? Thank you so much, Rob. Please don't forget to smash the like. Thank you so much. How many more signings do you expect United to get signed out? What I want and what I expect Man United should... Like, what we should be doing is signing 3 or 4 more players. What I expect is 1. And you know, and I know that's nowhere near enough, isn't it? And Zubimendi is on the pitch. Sorry, not Moreno. You know as well as I do that, you know, it's not 1 player, 2 players is not enough. Even if we sign 2 players, I don't think it's enough. And I think it will be a failure, epic. Because what people fail to realize is that we've bought 2 midfielders, right? I don't count this backup goalkeeper. We bought two midfielders, right? We lost 2 midfielders, Ugarte and Casemiro. So we haven't really improved our numbers, right? That's number 1. So basically, if we sign 2 more players, we basically signed 2, right? That's what we've done. We've not signed any more. We signed 2. That's basically what we've done. It's the thing. That's what it's a 1 out of 10, if even that window. You know, considering what it is, a 1 out of 10, considering we're in the Champions League and stuff, it is a 1 out of 10 window. It's an awful window. You know, a really awful window. Can't say it more. This game has been over for a while. Man City, maybe Man City can make a game of it, at least get 1 goal. I think they do deserve a goal. I think what it is what has happened to City. City have played more or less most of the possession, but Arsenal have been ruthless. As soon as Arsenal get the ball, Arsenal have been ruthless. You know what I mean? Beef Bully, they get 2 more signings. I'll be shocked. I know a few panic buyers. I mean, it depends who the panic buyers are going to be, Beef, isn't it? It depends what signings they're going to be, what players they're going to be. If they're good players, I don't mind. You know, but if there's like kind of a Marion Fellaini sort of players, then I'm going to have my question marks. You know what I mean? So if they get Manu Kone through the door, they've already agreed personal terms. So let's get Manu Kone through the door. If they get Lewis Hall, I would be happy with that. That would be good signings. but it's nowhere near enough. I know it's nowhere near enough, but that would be 2 good signings for Man United. Here comes Semenyo. Semenyo, cross comes in, corner to City. Gvardiol's on the floor. Chris, Ineos are dragging their feet out. We have an opportunity to win the title. Chris, I agree with you, mate. I think this is the one thing that frustrates me the most, mate. It's what frustrates me the most because I feel like we got an opportunity. You know, I don't look at these teams and think, wow, you know what I mean? We can't beat these teams. We've beaten all these teams over the last year or so. We've beaten the Cities, the Liverpools home and away, the Arsenals with 10 men. We've done all that. We just need consistency. And how do you get consistency? Building a proper squad. Building a proper squad so you can rotate, so you can change your formation, so you can, you know, when you play against the low block, you can play a different style. You know what I mean? It's so important to have a squad. Different armor, different weapons you can bring on like we used to do. You know? We are. And we said it for ages. We got a great opportunity. But will we capitalize? If we don't build this squad, we're not going to win the league simply because we don't have options. We don't have plan B. You know, we don't. When we're playing against a low block and it's like 85 minutes and it's 0-0 or 1-1, we got no one to bring on. Whereas in the past, we could scare the opposition with the players that we bring on. We can bring on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Teddy Sheringham. Do you know what I mean? And attacking players on that will cause problems. Nowadays, like when Man United make changes, the team rarely improves. Do you know what I mean? Richard, need to sign a left back, right back, midfielder, centre back, and a backup striker. Sal. If they don't back Carrick, it's time to start a proper protest, not this fake rubbish. The Man United fan base is, I would say it's weak. They've fallen for it. They were sold a dream. You know, they've been scammed by this guy, and it's pretty evident. You know, and a lot of people have fallen for that manipulation, heartstrings and all that. And many of us, as we said earlier, who've taken the pill, almost 3-0, almost 4-0 to Arsenal there. Chance for Saka. Mr. Strong squad is needed, especially playing in the Championship. Exactly, Mr. Olsen. We're in pot 2. We're in pot 2. So we could play 2 of Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, PSG, and Barcelona. We got a possibility of playing 2 of those teams, you know. A huge possibility. That's when you need a squad, isn't it? You play a big game at the weekend, and then you got Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, or Barcelona at the Nou Camp, or Bayern Munich at the Alliance Arena. You know, this is what we're talking about. This is where you want to be, but you don't want to be in that position when you don't have the right squad. You don't have the players. You want to compete. You don't want to just make up the numbers. Do you know what I mean? It's just annoying. It's pathetic how we're being run. It really is, guys. It really is pathetic how we're being run. Guys, we've got about 10 minutes to go of this game. Still 3-0 to Arsenal. Man City with the ball here. Playing around Cherky. Cherky, good play from Cherky. Been doing a little bit too much, I think. Back to Semenyo. Good ball. And it's saved there. Spot on Sal. They know the fans do not do anything. They know. I mean, what we have at the moment, the protests are a glorified chant. That's what they are. When they're sitting in Miami, they know that Man United are not going to do it consistently. They just have to put up with one game, and then Man United will be quiet again. Richard, the match-going fans need to grow some balls and protest at the stadium and have planned the walkouts at the 60 minutes. I created the 58th minute walkout a few years ago, Richard, and I got criticised for it. That's the problem in the Man United fan base. You know? Everyone thinks they're bigger than them. Everyone thinks they're a better fan than everyone else. You know, and now we got an influx of fans that are so far up in the backside. I don't know whether they're squatting up there. I really don't know. You know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Scary Arsenal are 3-0 up, guys. We got 9 minutes to go. It doesn't look like Man City are going to do anything in this game. So far, guys, it is the perfect opener for Man City, for Arsenal, of course. Good start for Arsenal this season. They will be playing Coventry City on Friday, guys, which you expect Arsenal to get 3 points in that game. You expect Arsenal to get off to a flyer. However, you never know. You never know. Frank Lampard and all that jazz. Of course, you never know. Coventry City might come out. Maybe spring a surprise. Who knows? They might spring a surprise. You never know, do you? That would be nice, though, wouldn't it, if they did? Big up, Marcus. This is a pretty anti-climate game. Shame on City. City have made it boring, mate. Not only has City given this Arsenal team a platform, they continue to give Arsenal. Can Man United start competing, please, so we can shut down this Arsenal, please? Yeah. The annoying thing is, Richard, we have beaten both of these teams easily as well. We've beaten PSG in the past as well. We will show people how to beat PSG. If we fix our team, we will go to the Champions League and we'll show these teams how to play against PSG. And we will beat PSG and then everyone go, Man United are back. You know what I mean? Sal, big up Chris. Sal, do you think that Carrick was trying to show Ineos that we need a left back by leaving Short on the whole game? Because why else would he leave him on for the whole game? Probably because he doesn't have anyone else, Chris. Who else did he have to play at left back apart from Dorgu? I don't think so, no. I don't think so. Shaw will start the season, Chris. And Carrick, as far as I'm aware, likes Shaw. As far as I'm aware. I don't think we're trying to manipulate. We're not that clever to do things like that, Chris. We're not that smart, you know. And I don't think Ineos care, you know. So I think that Shaw playing, there's a respect with Michael Carrick and Luke Shaw. They like each other. They're friends. And I don't think that's the case. Man City gave it up like the season. Yeah, they gave up. They're useless, mate. They're useless. We just got beaten, Chris, by the better side yesterday. We would have got lost anyway, you know, and that was it, you know, by a better manager and a better side. Richard, if we had the proper owners at our great club, we would be real contenders under Carrick's out. We would have been contenders under Amram, under Eric Ten Hag, under all of those managers with proper backing and proper ownership, with not only money but know-how, knowledge. You know, yeah, it is what it is. If you're backed properly, right, you can do anything. If you're backed properly. At the moment, we got a poorer window than Ipswich and Coventry, guys. Ipswich and Coventry have spent more than us. Right? I'm not even talking about net and all this business. Ipswich and Coventry have spent more than us. You know? It's mad, isn't it? It's mad when you think about it. Semenyo on the right-hand side. Semenyo is mained on the pitch. Cross comes in. Man City have been... No, to be honest with you, Man City have dominated possession, in my opinion, but are not ruthless. They just look weak. Ephraim, the ambition of the managers and the owners is a mismatch. It's sad to see. Look, Michael Carrick has already indirectly called out the owners. He's already called out the owners. He's already said it, hasn't he? He already said that he wants backing. You know, he said it nicely, but that volume would rise very, very soon, guys. If results start going south, you will see Michael Carrick. You will see Michael Carrick. I don't think Michael Carrick will take it. You know, I think. And if it will, you know, I could see him calling out the board. Then what? You know, then what happens? If he calls out the board, then what happens? Richard, clubs in the EFL and the Scottish League have spent more than Man United. River Plate has spent more than Man United. You can get a list of things, Richard, of teams around Europe who spent more than Man United. You know? Ipswich and Coventry just takes the piss, mate. Promoted teams need to spend to be able to stay up, but United showing no ambition to improve is disgraceful. Man United need to spend more than them, but because we're in the Champions League, you know what I mean? So that equals itself out, doesn't it, Mr. Horse? We're in the Champions League next season. We play 20, 30 more games than those teams, you know? So we need a squad, you know? But our excuse is not we don't need to spend because you know what? We're Man United. Our excuses are we got no money. We're broke. Simon, City battered like fish and chips. Like fish and chips, mate. Anyway, City have got a free kick here with about 3 minutes to go. Guys, it's been a non and void since the third goal. City have had opportunities, don't get me wrong. They've had opportunities, but they haven't been ruthless enough. Arsenal have taken their opportunities. That's the difference, isn't it? That's what football's about. A poor free kick from Cherky. Like I said, I can't see Maresca lasting. I can't see Maresca staying at City. Here comes City. They've been relatively all right. If you're honest, this summer we have probably spent no money this summer as Santos was signed in last year's transfer window sale. And add this, Richard. Add this. Ugarte is injured for the whole season and Casemiro's left. So we basically lost 2 and 2 are coming, basically. So it's 0, isn't it? Maresca was signed because he looks like Pep. That's what I was saying, Mr. Oz. It's true, though, isn't it? He's a Timo Pep. They're trying to do subconscious. He's still there. He's on the touchline. Big up, Danny B. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Here comes City. Jack Grealish on the left-hand side. Jack Grealish. Yeah, he looks... I think Jack Grealish would be a good signing. It's just like a new signing, isn't it? Jack Grealish for Manchester City. We got 2 minutes of play to go, under 2 minutes of play plus injury time. It's interesting to see how much injury time would be added, guys. Charity Shield is going to Arsenal in 2026-27, guys. It's the Charity Shield. The Community Shield is going to Arsenal. Big up everyone in the stream, though. Appreciate everyone who's joined me today for this watch along. Guys, don't forget, though, I've given you guys a link. I will be live for the Super Cup for PSG in a couple of hours. Guys, so don't forget to join me for that. PSG against Lens. That should be a good game. Here come Man City. Man City. Turkey overplayed it there, and it's a throw into City. 1 minute to go of normal time. I don't think they should be adding on any injury time because the game is finished. It's done and dusted, guys. This game is done and dusted. And they have been well beaten in the end. You have to say 3-0. No, 3-0. You don't like losing 3-0, of course. Semenyo. Yeah, I expected more from City, to be fair. I think they're going to have a tough season. Like I said, I think the hot take will be that Maresca gets sacked this season. He gets sacked by Christmas. That's my hot take on it. That's what I think is going to happen. I think he'll be the first to go, guys. I do. Here comes City again, though. Lose the ball again. Arsenal on the counter attack. City can make it worse for themselves. No, one back by Gay. Brings the ball forward for Man City. Here we go. Grealish. Chance to City. Mamouche. Semenyo. Semenyo's got the ball. They're going to get a little bit of pride here. Grealish is on the left. No. Semenyo tries it. He's out here to Cherki. Cherki. Cross comes in. He just misses everybody. Your comedy sounds like a new signing. It's Ephraim. It's like a new signing for them. That's their levels, isn't it? That's their levels, mate. That's their levels. Ajax 2, Heerenveen 1. There's a competitive game. Guys, just to let you guys know. Uh, 3 minutes of injury time in this game, guys. 3 minutes of injury time before the end of the game, guys. 3 minutes. Well, 2 minutes now, to be fair. 2 minutes. Free kick to City. Put them out of their misery. Put them down. You know, Dancing Cards, by the way, City after this game will go immediately in the market to bring in more players, but Ineos will keep sleeping. Don't worry, by the way. Hopefully you're good, Sal. Good to see Dancing Cards. Hope you're well. Probably. You're right. Probably. They have good owners, don't they? We don't. Richard, we have to start Euro and Heaven instead of Maguire and Martinez and Maguire. So that's the future of Man United, and Man United should stick to that. That's what I think, Richard. I think Man United need to persist with Euro and Heaven, and it will start getting good. Trust me. But we have to have the consistency to play them together for a good season. And then that, honestly, those two players honestly, they will work together. But we have to be consistent and we have to carry on playing them together. Not just, one game here every 5 or 10 games. We have to be consistent with it. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you. Don't forget to smash a like, guys. Big up everyone. I've given you the link to the Super Cup, French Super Cup after this. Cross comes in. Header. No. Cleared away by Arsenal. Cleared away again by Arsenal. It's out here to Semenyo. About 30 seconds of the game to go. Dancing cars, bringing good players, whether you pay expensive or not, all depends on ambition, which Ineos don't have, unfortunately. I agree with you, dancing cars, absolutely. Something we spoke about before they even came into the football club. It's something that we envisioned before they even came into the football club. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. We knew this would happen, and we knew the excuses would happen as well. There's no excuses, really. Full time, guys. It's full time. In this game, Arsenal have won the Charity Shield, guys. With a 3-0 win over Arsenal, guys. Game over. Arsenal have won the Charity Shield. Congratulations to Arsenal for winning the Community Shield, the Charity Shield. And they get off to the good start in the season, guys. Arsenal are the Shield holders. When's the next Watchalong sale? In literally 2 hours, Marcus. I'm doing the French Super Cup. So don't forget to join me for that, guys. I will be back in a couple of hours for the French Super Cup. Join me for that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Bobby. Big up everyone in the stream. Sangare was signed by Brentford, who we could have bought for under 15 million. It's that is still good value for money. Absolutely, dancing cars. Yes. Sangare, Mamadou Sangare, we've been talking about a long time. Yarenke, who signed for Coventry. Another one. Bravo, big up Marcus. Big up everyone in the stream. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great evening. I'll see you in a couple of hours, guys. Keep your notifications on. And for the French final, take it easy. And congratulations to Arsenal winning the Charity Shield. Good start for them. Arsenal 3, Man City 0. And we move on to the next game later, guys. Take it easy. Have a good evening. See you in a bit. Peace.